ask any of my friends, I suck at telling a story. Hopefully that's not the case today, but that's the magic of editing. So, I've skydived.
Wow!
Yeah. Some people have asked in one of my last videos, go check it out, that I do a skydive story time. I obviously want to do my best at telling you a story time, but since I know I suck at telling stories, I decided I'm gonna do a little medley of like story time versus actual tips for your first jump. There will be a little historic context, and of course I have the video of the actual jump so that I can give you more insight and more details about what the experience was like. I already did the contour, concealer, and I was finishing up foundation, so that's why I look so glowy. For the context, it was a gift from my best friend for my 20th birthday. She got me like a little candy wrap that had a pun about skydiving on it. Well, I opened the box and I'm like, oh, is it give candy? Like, it mentions skydive, but maybe it's not about the pun, but rather more about the candy, because I'm a foodie. I love feeling. JK, I hate feelings. Not gonna lie, when I opened the box and when I realized that there was a little paper, I started to panic a little bit because I really thought, okay, yes, this is a dream you've had your entire life. I was the kid on the highway that would turn down the window and do waves with the wind just because I loved the way the air felt, like, you know, the pressure of the air and like feeling like you're flying. I don't know. I have a really sick obsession with sunsets, sunrises, clouds, flying, skydiving. I'm your gal. I don't know in which order it is. I'm assuming a lot of places do this, but the place we went to had different packs with video, pictures, both or neither. So of course, the jump by itself is already like $300. And if you add in the video or pictures, pretty sure it came to like 150, maybe just $100. Just be aware that it's not super cheap, especially if you get the video and the pictures. The three of us were all first jumpers, you know, so we're like, we want to have those memories forever, we want to keep them. Now we can get into the video.
Hey, ça va bien?
Ça va.
Est-ce qu'elle sait que t'es là?
Oui.
Ah ouais, ok. Puis c'était quoi ça?
Sa réaction c'est bon bah on se voit demain, enfin genre on s'appelle demain.
Ah ouais, ok. Quand même, hein? Puis toi, comment te sens, c'est vrai?
Pour l'instant ça va.
Ouais?
Mais on verra dans l'avion.
Alright. Puis, avec tes deux amis?
Ouais.
Nice.
Amis.
Oh! Wow, hein?
This is what happens when I get stressed. I roast people. They are my friends, so I don't know why I said that. I think the stress was really getting to me. What you're seeing is the interview process, but we actually already went through the jumpsuit try on for size, harness, you know, all that stuff. But we also went through the training. As you can, like, I'll try to zoom in. There's like pictures of the positions you're supposed to have for A, jumping, and B, landing. Again, it's really not that difficult. It's just you have to know what to do, where to put your knee, when to like put your knees up. Anyway, really basic stuff, but it's good to know. Really, really good to know. I was kind of surprised actually at how fast the training was. I don't think it lasted more than 10-15 minutes. We laughed, but I just remember thinking, I'm laughing now, but I will cry later. I don't think I cried, so.
Ça peut être la dernière fois, là.
Ouais, c'est pour ça. Mais je profite de les roast une dernière fois.
Ah, ok. One last roast. Es-tu prête pour ça?
Je sais pas.
Non?
On verra.
Oh, rendu là. Alright, let's go! Yeah!
High five was cringe. Another tip, if you have long hair or any hair at all really, do a better job than I did at tying it up. My bun was so flimsy. I can't remember the name of my instructor, but if you were watching this video, I'm so sorry. I really should have done a better job at getting my hair all together. As you'll see on the video, and you probably saw on like the roasting my old outfits, go check the video. My hair, it was flying all over the place, and now we're taking pictures right before we embark on the plane. I wanted to go first, even though I was still on the ground. I wanted to get the hell out already. That experience of like, I'm excited to have that experience, but I'm not excited of feeling it. I don't know how else to describe it. You're gonna see on the plane, there were other people ahead of us. Those people were doing solo jumps and, you know, like figures in the air and stuff. They were the real pros. We were just first timers, just, you know, looking at the clouds, being like, haha, maybe it's a prank and we won't have to jump. We did jump. I remember being really playful with my instructor. I was asking him, you know, how do you sleep? Did you eat anything good? Did your wife left you? Like, anything that I should know about before you make me jump out of a plane, you know? And he was really laughing and like going with the flow. I really loved how sarcastic he was. He's telling me to put my hand on his shoulder because when he jumps, so let's say this is his head. Yes. So he's here. Instead of me going boom and then knocking him out, I'm putting the back of my head on his shoulder so that we don't hit heads and like he can still see and then therefore open the parachute. Really essential. Okay, this is the moment. He kept checking the altitude and telling me, oh, we're X number. And I was like, I can't do math. Just tell me when I need to jump. You can see the difference on my face right now from clips from seconds ago versus now. I have the glasses on, protective glasses. Also, if you do wear glasses, my friend did, and she could keep her glasses with like the mask on. You can see how nervous I am. I'm just like holding on to my harness. I'm smiling, but it's like, because also I saw the people do the solo jumps right before, and my friends were behind, well, technically in front of the plane, but they were the last ones, right? So they didn't get to see the people jump because I was blocking the view because I was ahead of them. You can see on my face, I said, oh, fuck. We were sitting like horseback riding position, whatever, you know, like with your legs spread. I was already kind of uncomfortable because the plane was really small. There were a lot of us, and the harness in the crotch area was really tight, which is like a good thing. The altitude also makes you swell up, so that might have been why the crotch was really so uncomfortable. Here's the thing, it was really impressive to even realize that I was actually in the air, that I was actually without any protection, nothing to hold me. It's not looking through a window on the plane, right? You're actually in the sky. How did I do that? And now I'm holding on, he's taking my hand. This is what I want to talk about. I really do hope a lot of you will understand what I'm trying to say. You know, when you're on the roller coaster and you get like a big deep dive or deep end, whatever the word is, and you're just going not even fast, just at an angle that's like, you know, 90 degrees. I hate that feeling. I can't do that. I feel like my heart's gonna stop. It's so bad that even those boats that do like swinging motion, when I'm face and I'm like going down, all of that to say, I do hope you get the idea of the feeling. You can see it on my face. It's rigid, it's stuck, you can see it on my face. I had that feeling for 5 seconds, and I remember thinking, that's exactly what I was afraid of. My worst nightmare was that the skydive experience would just be that feeling for 2 to 3 minutes, however long the jump was. And I remember thinking, well, I guess I'm gonna find out if I die from this feeling, you know. As you can see, he taps me on the shoulder, and that's him saying like, we can starfish, whatever. And you can see the smile on my face immediately, because it's, this feeling is everything I've ever dreamed of. It's even better than that. Remember that highway out the window hand? It was like this, but throughout the whole feeling, times 100. And we got lucky enough that the sun was out. It was mid-September, so everything was perfect. I wasn't cold. I wasn't scared anymore. It was exactly the feeling that I was looking for, and I felt safe. I remember him being like, smile for your cameras, or like pose or whatever, and I was like, oh, I'm voguing in the air, you know? I was like, I don't care. I'm having fun. I'm enjoying this. This is amazing. This is the best life experience ever. First off, this is the hair I was talking about. You can actually see it in motion, but you know that thing where like with your, you know, the wind? I never had that before, even with like a leaf blower or anything like that. I never tried it. So it was definitely a weird experience, and it was such a strong pull. I'm not even doing my makeup anymore. It was such a strong pull that I almost couldn't close my mouth. I don't know. It didn't hurt at all, which is great for, you know, the pictures and all of that. And then secondly, whenever I do something, I have to research it. I have to know what I'm gonna have to do, what I should wear, if I should eat or not, I have to be ready. That's how I work. That's how I cope. And so I stumbled onto this Will Smith skydive video. I was watching just because I was like, okay, this is someone that I know and that can probably give good advice on skydiving, because he'll be well equipped and people won't care about his safety. It's a good source. He looks cool, like in general. He looked even cooler because while skydiving, he was like boxing. Let's compare. Will Smith, boxing, skydiving, and then mine.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine.
You can see the confusion on my instructor's face. He's just like,
she having a seizure? Is she like passing out? What, is she panicking? What's going on?
no, I just wanted like cool, you know? I did not look cool. The free fall without any parachute, you're doing the starfish, the air is keeping you, well, you're still falling, but you're free falling, versus the time where the instructor opens up the parachute and now you're not free falling anymore. You're just like gliding, kind of. I don't know if that's the right word. So you can see about like 5 minutes in, so 3 minutes in the jump, he taps my shoulder. Then I know, thanks to the training, that I need to hold on to my harness, because that means he's gonna open the parachute and there's like a big pull it's not gonna hurt. It's just gonna be very strong, and it's better to be holding on to the harness. You can see the pain on my face from the crotch area I mentioned before. It was really painful, and I don't know if it was too tight or anything. Again, better safe than sorry. It wasn't cutting my blood flow or anything like that. It was just it kind of hurt, especially with that pull from the parachute. I really did not expect it. He is asking me how I'm doing, you know, checking up on me, and I'm like, I just want to do it again. And he's laughing like, ma'am, calm down. And so this is a parachute where he starts to like left, right. He kind of let me have the handles for a bit. I think they do that with anyone that's confident enough to just like do it. Sadly, another fun fact about me is that I get motion sickness pretty quick. And so he was going left and right and left. It was really fast. It was really fun. But I was just like, if you keep going, like, I'm gonna throw up. I told him this. I was like, I'm so sorry, but I don't want to throw up on you or on anyone that's down below. I was really nauseous just from that move, because we were turning so much and spinning, which was fun at first, and then I was like, okay, no, we gotta stop. So now this is the landing. Fun fact about me, I do not have abs.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
For the landing, you have to lift your legs up so that, you know, you wouldn't break any members or like you wouldn't end up on your butt. Spoiler, I did end up on my butt. Pretty sure my other friend, she actually landed like perfect. She almost walked on the ground. See, it was so lame. I just ended up on my butt. I know it doesn't seem like that in the video because you're watching it, you have to see it through and everything, but it's so fast that it's kind of course, especially when you're free falling, that part is shorter just because you're going down faster. That's just math. It makes sense. I remember they actually had a promotion that was like, if you book your next jump with us today, you get 50% off. And they're just profiting off your adrenaline. And I really considered it. Then you take off the jumpsuit, they give you a certificate, you take like pictures if you want to. We had little cereal bars just in case we got hungry or someone fainted and needed sugar, you know, we were ready. That was really fun. I think I had basic sneakers like Nike, like running shoes, just because I wanted to be comfortable. Underneath the jumpsuit, I had a little like thermo, you know, those shirts that keep the warm in and stuff. They told us that high up in the altitude, it would get really cold. It might have just been the day we jumped, but for me, it was actually like perfect temperature. It wasn't too hot, it wasn't too cold. It definitely wasn't too cold because the sun was beaming on us and it was so nice. For a bit more context, I had class right after. I had a 3 p.m. class, and I remember my class was a stats class. I got a C+ in that class, and I think it's the rush, the adrenaline rush, that made me realize stats don't matter. Don't listen to me. I'm just a psych student that's traumatized because she can't do math to save her life. Anyway, this is it for me today. Please let me know if you have any questions. I'm realizing I can't stop smiling, so I'm sorry if that's annoying. My smile hopefully shows you that it was an experience I will never forget. I'm really grateful that it could be like a birthday gift, that I got to do it with people I love. My only advice would be like, eat before you go, even if the stress is holding you down and making you feel like you're not super hungry. Or worst case, just have a snack prepared for when you're landing on the ground. If you have any questions, please write them down below. I'd be more than happy to still talk about it. Remember to empty your email boxes because that pollution is not cute. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like the video. I do hope I see you in my next ones. Have a good day, evening, night, whatever it is you're having. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.